friends, what seemed like a simple private meeting between colleagues in the artistic world ended up becoming one of the most talked about stories of the day. Demet Özdemir surprised everyone by raising her voice against Atay Ulusoy, breaking that calm image she had always shown in public. According to witnesses, her words were harsh, direct, and made it clear that tensions had been building for a long time. The conflict was short, but enough to spark rumors of a definitive rift. The press quickly leaked the news, and within hours social media exploded. On one side, those who applaud Demet's courage. On the other, those who defend Atay and call for caution, reminding us that only part of the story is known. Atay's silence, seen by some as prudence and by others as weakness, only fueled speculation. The lack of official statements keeps the tension at its peak. What once seemed like a solid friendship now looks shaky, as fans of both divide. This episode affects not only their personal relationship, but also their professional projects. Many wonder if they will ever share a stage again. Demet's sincerity marked a turning point, and now everyone is waiting for a clear response. When I think of Demet Özdemir, what strikes me most is her ability to remain firm in the middle of a media storm that would have destroyed anyone else. Around Can Yaman, there is chaos, excess, and contradictions. Demet instead chose calculated silence, prudent distance, and personal coherence, and that difference does not go unnoticed. Many remember the years when her image seemed inseparable from Can's, but time showed that she built her own path. Today she appears as a woman who prefers sobriety over scandals, who doesn't react to every provocation, and who understands that true strength lies in calm, not in noise. Some criticize her for not speaking, but I believe her silence has been her greatest victory. Unlike Can, who exposed too much of himself and became trapped in his own persona, Demet protected her private life. That is not coldness, it is maturity. She has understood that the public can love you one moment and destroy you the next, and that the only real defense is keeping your dignity intact. So when she is accused of being distant, I see it as the logical act of someone who refuses to be a puppet of the press. Her name will inevitably remain linked to Can, but the contrast is clear. He is labeled playboy, arrogant, a disaster. She is seen as centered and consistent. That doesn't mean she hasn't suffered. I am sure that behind her calm, there are wounds and disappointments. But she never played the game of hypocrisy. How many actresses would have exploited every moment of personal drama for attention? She didn't. She chose silence and her work. Demet is not perfect, no one is. But unlike Can, she has never sold an image that later crumbled. She has remained true to herself, while he seems to have lost some of the charisma that once made him unique. Time has reversed the roles. He looks fragile. She's stronger than ever. Let's not forget her professional growth. New roles, new challenges, consistency in her work. Not everything she does receives the same attention as Can's scandals, but she maintains credibility. That constancy is her strength. What I admire most is that she doesn't seek excuses, doesn't justify herself, doesn't complain. She lives, works, and lets facts speak for her. While Can seems to fight against the world, she shows that true power lies in not joining the fight. In conclusion, Demet Özdemir today represents something rare in the Turkish celebrity world: coherence. She has resisted overexposure, defended her values, and proved that you can be strong without shouting it. If some see her silence as coldness, I read it as dignity. In a landscape where Can Yaman appears increasingly trapped in his own persona, Demet is the example of someone who, with calm and perseverance, has managed to preserve her essence. In this story, Demet seems to me the true example of resilience. Can is a charismatic, passionate man, but sometimes his way of living drags him into excesses. She, on the other hand, shows a different balance, a combination of sensitivity and discipline that has made her a role model for many women. And that is why so many people identify with her. Because Demet not only represents the beauty and glamour of a star, but also the vulnerability of a woman who falls, breaks, and rises again. I believe that her decision to walk away and erase all traces of what once was her way of protecting herself. Because feeding painful memories serves no purpose. And even if some still dream of a reconciliation, I think Demet has already chosen her path. One made of independence, international projects, personal and professional growth. And in this journey, what matters is not what she lost, but what she is building. That is why, when I hear comments like, "Never give up on love," or "You are meant for each other," I think differently. Yes, Can and Demet were unique. Yes, they marked an era and left an unforgettable memory. But life is not about clinging to the past. It is about learning from it. And Demet, more than anyone, is teaching us that you can move forward even when the heart seems broken. Today, I see her as a strong, serene woman who does not need to justify her choices. A woman who has decided to prioritize herself, to grow, and not to be dragged down by the surrounding noise. And I believe that is the true victory of Demet Özdemir, having shown that she is not only a successful actress, but also a courageous woman capable of turning pain into strength and loss into a new opportunity.